I am ready to go.
Welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast, a weekly battle of wits, debating everything from horseshoes to hand grenades, all for the privilege to be called right. And now, your hosts, Bobo and Travis.
Hey guys, welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast. I'm your host, Travis. Also with me is Bobo.
Heyo!
How's it going, buddy?
Oh, living the fucking dream, baby. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. You know.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
I have nothing to complain about at this point. I'm sure that'll change as we go through this episode. But so
everything in White Trash America is nice, a-okay for you.
A-okay, yes, absolutely.
That's great.
So
fucking great.
I would like to dive right in here because Bobo told me he has a story to tell, but he would not give me any kind of details. So I would like to launch into said story, if you don't mind.
So this story, I think, hopefully it's believable.
Okay.
That's always a good way to start a story off, and I'm hoping that you believe it because that's how crazy it sounded to me.
Okay.
My coworker today comes in my office,
yeah,
and says that she had to leave early yesterday because her kid went to the emergency room.
Okay.
She prefaced it with, "But he's fine, by the way." So, I knew there was nothing serious,
right?
But would you like to take a guess at what sent her kid to the emergency room?
Can I get a ballpark?
Yeah. Just what would be a trendy thing nowadays to send a kid to the emergency room for?
Did he eat a Tide Pod?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. That was it. She told me her kid, who's 3, ate a Tide Pod.
Wow.
And went to the ER for it.
Wow. All right.
I didn't know that was actually a thing actually really happening to real kids in society. I thought it happened to 1 or 2 people, and they made a big deal about it because it's fucking ridiculous that a kid would eat a Tide Pod.
Right. That sounds really stupid. Seriously. So how old was the kid? Do you know?
3.
Oh, 3. Okay, so the kid happened on it by accident then.
I assume so, but a 3-year-old knows better.
No, they don't.
I would hope so.
No, 3-year-olds are still pretty stupid. Most of what the controversy or whatever was with teenagers eating Tide Pods because they thought it was funny because they break them in their mouth and ingest a little bit of it and slowly asphyxiate. But no, with a 3-year-old, it seems like they got. That's why they have the childproof packaging on Tide Pods.
Well, it got through the childproof packaging, so they're not doing a really fucking good job, are they?
I guess not.
Yeah, Tide, fix your shit, bro.
Well,
I was just literally, she was telling me the story, and I'm like, what? I'm like, that's actually a thing that's really happening still? Kids are eating? I thought that it was not as prevalent. I did not realize I would stumble on the story in the wild where this had happened.
Listen, I am a little shocked because I feel like that was probably kind of or these were isolated incidents, but wow,
yes.
I want more details. I want to know why the kid or how the kid happened upon this Tide Pod.
She asked her kid, and I guess the kid didn't know or wouldn't say.
Well, I mean, a 3-year-old doesn't have reasoning skills, so yeah, you're probably I don't know. That doesn't.
It didn't happen while she was there. It happened at I believe a babysitter's house.
Okay.
She was at work when she got the phone call.
Okay.
So I don't know if anyone actually knows the circumstances.
Gotcha. Okay. They were just feeding them Tide Pods that day.
Yep, just eating them like fucking cereal.
Wow, I am. That's crazy. So the kid's fine, ate a little bit of a Tide Pod, but ugh. What? Do you remember how we used to threaten kids with washing their mouths out with soap whenever they swore, and now they're just doing it freely?
A treat.
Yeah, that's crazy. But all right, well,
I know
kids are eating Tide Pods on their own free will.
Fucking chewing them up, baby. They love them.
I suppose so. So,
Fucking dumb. That's my story. I thought you'd enjoy that. And the listeners, if you ever doubted if these things are actually happening or it's just a fucking meme that you're seeing on Facebook, apparently this one is confirmed real.
And the great part is now that parent doesn't have to pay for college because that kid isn't getting in. I mean, I think we can. I think we can rule college out. I mean, maybe like a good community college, but that's
maybe a trade school.
Trade schools are fine. That's not for stupid people, but whatever. I'd like to transition now to the Fantasy Movie League.
Oh, you know what? I would love to talk about Fantasy Movie League.
Would you love?
I'm in the top half.
Okay, well, is that how you go? You're going glass half full, huh?
You gotta start somewhere, baby. I'll start near the top.
I tell you what, I was shocked. I saw the email come through, and I looked at, and it said in our league I came in 6th. I was like, seriously? And I looked up, and lo and behold, we have a new winner here. The Derp is on top this week.
Derp the Derp is in first place after 1 week. He's the one. He joined latest, I believe.
I believe is. Oh no. Big Red came last.
Yeah, Big Red joined latest.
So
that's right.
So Derp came out with the league, narrowing out Frank only by a small margin. I mean, I don't know if the dollar values really matter to people who don't actually play the Fantasy Movie League, but just by a small margin, the thinnest of margins, he eked out Frank. You came in 3rd, which
yes,
that's pretty good for you because you typically come in lower.
No, I'm gonna be first this whole season. You'll fucking see. Now, I went for an outlandish play this week. If you notice my cinema,
I did see you went for the best performer play.
I did, and it did not work. But you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, according to a lot of famous snipers.
According to Michael Scott, a.k.a. Wayne Gretzky.
Right, exactly. But you know what? I still got the big movie, The Nun, right. So I still managed to,
you did
pay some losses there.
Crazy, this Crazy Rich Asians has been fucking me over ever since it came out.
Yeah, me too.
And me too. I can't guess it right. But I will say, so Bobo came in 3rd, Big Red came in 4th, Andy came in 5th, I came in 6th, and Tim came in last. So
didn't Tim win last week?
I believe he won the ending of the last one. I think so.
Yeah. So you know what, Tim, not off to a good start, buddy. You have to pick it the fuck up.
Yeah, but we're all pretty close. This is the first week. We've got, I think we have 13 weeks to go, or 12 weeks to go now. But we have a 13-week season, so it's
yeah. And if you want to join, it's fantasymovieleague.com. The league is Prestige Worldwide, the podcast, and the password is Travis Bobo.
And believe me, there will be an opportunity for you to jump in on this and possibly win it. Because
this is a great week to jump in, by the way.
Yeah, because I'm good for a week with forgetting to set my lineup. Something always happens with Bobo where he gets fucked over. I say fucked over in quotation.
I picked the wrong movies. That's usually what happens.
Right. Either that or it didn't choose the movies for me or whatever the fuck you normally complain about.
No, listen, Andy can vouch for me. It's true.
Yes, Andy got fucked over, so we're all pretty good. We're good for a week that's gonna just fuck us over, whether it is self-sabotage or the app or website sabotage. So jump on in. You can still have a chance to beat us. Right now it's looking great because I usually win and I'm in 6th place. So, but I'll be bringing that up hopefully here in the next couple weeks.
I hope not. I'm not.
Well,
not at all.
That's certainly a possibility.
I want you to live in the walkout basement in both real life and in the Fantasy Movie League.
This is also why I'm not very good at fantasy sports because I hate the trash talking. Because I feel like if I try to trash talk and be overconfident, the universe has its opportunity to just smash me down. And
you've got to learn to roll with that. It doesn't matter what happens to you as long as you just keep talking trash. All right, just the whole point is to talk trash, not to win.
Well, I understand what your point, but I understand what you're saying. But I guess my problem is when I tell you something, I want it to be true. I don't want you ever to come back with anything I say and be like, see, you weren't right. You were an idiot. You were talking out your ass. and you weren't right. And especially when it comes to like stuff like this, when I can marginally control what happens, I don't know. That's my problem. I don't like to be wrong ever. So,
what's weird because your life is such a train wreck of inaccuracies and falsehoods
But I'll tell you it's a train wreck, and I'll be right. So there we go. And we're gonna pivot from that to some other train wrecks as we get into Greatest Hits Month. We are the second week into it. And
oh, dude. And last week was a great way to start off.
It was. Thank you to Big E again.
I think we talked. Yes, thank you for stepping in at the last minute to Big E again because we needed his help, and he was able to kindly donate his time to us.
Right.
And I think we've made an executive decision that will be the last jokes episode of the podcast ever.
I do think so, but I damn near forgot about this, and I know you've already forgotten about it, Bobo. So, last week, after we stopped recording, and we were sitting around talking with Biggie and just kind of wrapping things up as we normally do, Biggie threw out a joke that was arguably his best joke of all night.
I did not forget about that joke. I was hoping you were going to bring it up, though.
Okay, well, I just did. Do you want to tell the joke, or do you want me to tell the joke?
No, I want you to tell the joke. You tell it better than me.
Okay. Do you know what's great about duct tape?
What?
It turns no into mm-hmm. That's a great joke. That's a great...
I don't know. We gave him so much shit afterwards because he said I had all these jokes I didn't use, and we're like, okay, lay a couple on us.
Yeah.
And he lays that one on us, and we're both floored, like laughing. We're like, why the fuck did you not think that was good enough?
That was again arguably his best joke. I
don't think it was arguable. I think it's a clear winner.
All right, that's fine, but I'll go along with that. But yes. So last week we started off with jokes. This week, as you can tell by the title, we're going to do brackets. And yes, this is a fan. I shouldn't say this is a fan favorite. This is a personal favorite of both Bobo and I.
Oh, we love this app. I could rank things and do brackets and shit literally for the rest of my life until I die.
Yes,
I won't get bored.
Yeah, and I completely agree. And I think we've got a couple good topics for this week. So
I'm doubly excited this week because I have a topic that I think everyone's going to enjoy that I did not tell Travis about before this episode. He doesn't know this is coming.
Okay.
And I think you're going to have such a good time.
All right. Well,
in fact, I'm doubling down. I think you're going to have such a good time that instead of making two different brackets, I made two of the same type of bracket.
All right. Well, do you want to start off or do you want me to start off?
No, I want you to start off. We'll do your bracket first, and then we'll come to mine, and we'll see how you feel. I want to get warmed up, though.
Okay, so we're gonna start this off, and I was hoping you were gonna say that I was gonna start off first because that was kind of part of my whole train wreck transition here. Because
okay.
I'm gonna start off. We're gonna do a bracket ranking the men of the Me Too movement. Now,
what?
Yes. We are going to do the men of the Me Too. And this is where we're ranking how shitty these guys are. Now, I will tell you, just from the start, Harvey Weinstein is not in this.
Okay, I was about to say, that was the next thing I was going to say is, well, Harvey Weinstein's going to be the winner.
Yes, he is a clear-cut winner. I was actually, the funny part about it is looking at some of these guys and going through like what they did. I was looking for another alleged rapist out there, and there's not really one out there. So I didn't have anybody to pair up to Harvey. So,
well, how many Catholic priests are on the list?
There are none because I went with people that hopefully our audience recognizes.
Okay.
There is a bracket. There is one bracket that I did specially for you that our audience probably will not know who they are because the one guy, I didn't know who he was, but I think it'll be okay. All right. So let's launch into this. All right. Okay. So first up on the bracket, we're going to start out with some heavyweights. We're going Bill O'Reilly versus Sean Hannity.
Wait, Sean Hannity's been accused of something?
Yep. So, and this is, I've done some research. So, Bill O'Reilly, we'll get that out of the way. He has been multiple women have said that he sexually harassed them, and he was fired from Fox News, and he was he settled a bunch of lawsuits out of he settled the lawsuits out of court. Sean Hannity also says a former Fox News guest said he asked her to come back to his hotel, and after she refused not to go back to his hotel, she was never booked on the show again. Yes.
Heady play.
Did you say heady play?
Uh-huh.
That'll show them. How does that demonstrate your... I don't understand what that does. Like, you can't scare other women into coming back to your hotel because nobody else knows about this, and if they do, you're not going to be in the right light about it. So I don't understand the.
Maybe he wanted to just participate in some political discourse, Travis. I don't. You're really jumping too far with that one.
That is true. I am. Yes, and I will say again, all of these are alleged accounts, so we are covered.
Okay, allegedly, right? Allegedly.
Bill O'Reilly or Sean Hannity?
Oh, Bill O'Reilly. I mean, you just literally took a story about a guy who invited a girl to a hotel room who declined against a guy who was literally fired from his job.
Yeah, that's true. I know that, but okay. All right, next one. Louis C.K. versus T.J. Miller. Do you know? And T.J. Miller is of Silicon Valley fame, Deadpool fame.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait. So I didn't know he had anything against him either.
He does. And
was this recent?
It was reported December 19th of 2017. So no.
Okay, because he was in Deadpool too.
Right. Yes, but a woman has reported that he sexually assaulted her, and others have said that he harassed them or made abusive or transphobic comments.
Okay.
So
okay.
And Louis C.K., I believe everybody knows that, he jerked off in front of a bunch of women.
Now, he just came back out again to perform recently, didn't he?
I did see something about him coming back out, but I don't know the details of it.
So both of those crimes are probably equal because they both have sexually assaulted, I would guess, multiple individuals, maybe.
It seems like it. Yep.
But I think that T.J. Miller is funny and Louis C.K. is not. You don't like? So I'm going to pick Louis C.K.
You don't like Louis C.K.?
Oh no, I don't think he's funny at all.
Really?
I've never understood what anybody sees funny about him.
Oh, I think he's funny. But anyways, all right.
The number of things that he said that are funny to me, I can count on one hand if you cut that hand off.
Okay. Well, that's we'll agree to disagree, but I guess we can agree that both of those are pretty shitty things of these guys to do. Yeah. So the next one we have is Matt Lauer versus Charlie Rose.
Oh, wow.
And if you don't know who Charlie Rose is, he's a guy on CBS and PBS. He's an old dude. And apparently
they're all old dudes.
Yeah, well, I don't know how old he is, but I feel like he's pretty old. He's older than the rest. And
probably.
I think he also had a liking to just hanging out with his dick out.
Well, who doesn't?
I don't. I don't understand. I'm not proud. There's nothing to be proud of there. So, I don't understand these guys with their, I guess they got...
Hey, if you got it, flaunt it.
I guess. So, we've got Matt Lauer versus Charlie Rose.
I think I gotta go with Matt Lauer there. I mean, that guy also kind of lost everything he had over how bad his accusations were. Although, he is, a handsome individual.
Oh! Well, if he looks good, he can do whatever he wants.
Don't read too much into that.
If he looks good, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. But, all right.
That's how America works, right?
I think it actually does. I think.
All right, okay.
I think that's on
I'll
the bottom.
Matt Lauer then, because fuck that guy.
Okay, I think that is on the bottom of the Statue of Liberty. But all right, so the next one we're gonna go with, and this is the one where we might lose the audience.
Your huddled masses, your raised concave cheekbones, and your symmetrical faces,
your perfect breasts. That's basically how it goes. All right, so I don't want to lose the audience here, but we're so the next two are Jesse Lacey from the band Brand New.
Okay.
And Ethan Kath, I think it is Kath. He's from an electronic band called Crystal Castles. And so Jesse Lacey, if you don't know, two women have said that he solicited explicit photos from them when they were minors. And along others said that he displayed sexually abusive behavior towards them. So that's Jesse Lacey. Ethan Kath, he was accused by an ex-band member, a Ms. Glass, and she accused Kath of sexual, physical, and mental abuse, and that's why she left the band. And she says that the abuse started when she was 15 and began recording with the band, and eventually escalated so much that she had to leave this band. So you have Jesse and you have Ethan.
I think the band name Crystal Castles is retarded.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with Ethan.
Really? I mean, sure. I don't know.
I really don't like Jesse Lacey either. But, I mean, okay, so to me, maybe, I don't know, I don't want to be the guy like that ranks like degrees of sexual assault or sexual misconduct.
Right.
But actually
you are.
assaulting someone to me is way different than just getting pictures.
Okay. There are reports of Jesse Lacey there was allegedly sexually abusive behavior. So I don't know, but I see your rationale there. So I will go along with you on that.
I got to pick on something, right?
Sure. So
yep.
All
Shitty
right.
band name gets you picked. Sorry, bud.
All right. So next we have two directors. We have Bryan Singer and Brett Ratner. And if you're not unfamiliar, Bryan Singer, he was the director of Usual Suspects, a lot of the early X-Men movies, and he was recently fired from Bohemian Rhapsody, the Queen movie that's coming out that sounds like it's going to be a train wreck.
Right.
And Brett Ratner, he also directed an X-Men movie. He directed X-Men Last Stand. He did Red Dragon, and he did all three of the Rush Hour movies. He really hasn't done anything. He really hasn't done anything lately. Like, I was like looking through his IMDb, and I would assume this was the kind of the industry correcting and getting him and not giving him jobs. But he's done some stuff, but just nothing big. But going back to Bryan Singer, he was sued. A man sued him saying he was raped by Singer when he was 17, and Brett Ratner had multiple women accuse him of a sexual assault and harassing them.
What was the outcome of the lawsuit?
It's still being that was partially the reason he got fired from Bohemian Rhapsody. I mean, the other part was apparently there was a lot of trouble on the set. So,
well, unfortunately, also they didn't pick Sacha Baron Cohen to be in the Queen movie.
Oh. Listen, no. I don't know. No, I think Sacha Baron Cohen dropped out. And
well, then he must have caused him to drop out. So I'm going to go with Bryan Singer.
Okay, we'll go with that. But that's not the reason that he dropped out. Because I fully support Sacha Baron Cohen dropping out. Because
what?
Yeah. Oh, dude, the reason why he dropped out of that movie is because, and I hate to spoil this for everybody, but spoiler alert. The Freddie Mercury dies halfway through that movie. Right. No, that means half the movie is about the other three members of Queen. Who gives a shit about them? I mean, seriously.
Brian May is pretty important to guitar community and like music in general. So
sure, I agree with that. And you know what? I could be wrong. I probably will see this movie. But I guarantee you the life of Freddie Mercury is way more interesting than Brian May's life.
I don't think their lives in general are that interesting at all. I think that's what made Queen so interesting as a band.
Well, we'll see. I think that movie's it's gonna be a train wreck.
Yep, I'm picking Bryan Singer for that train wreck of a movie. I mean,
okay.
Also, Rush Hour, the first one, pretty fucking good movie.
If you're good looking,
the words that are coming out of my mouth.
If you're good looking and you have talent, you can do anything you want in this business.
I mean, hey, you got to pick on something, right? You got to judge something here. All these crimes are pretty heinous, so I got to go with something else.
That is true. So
I'm not trying to play judge and jury and executioner on all these crimes. I mean, who can do that? Only, I don't know, not me.
All right, so the next one may be my favorite matchup of this entire bracket. We have Ben Affleck versus Casey Affleck.
Wait, Ben Affleck got accused of something?
Yes, he did. So back in October of 2012 or 2017, two women reported that he groped them. I guess like during movies or whatever. And Casey Affleck settled sexual harassment cases back in 2010. So this one's kind of on the bubble. He's not traditionally a man of Me Too, but I still think he qualifies.
Oh, I'm going to pick Casey Affleck because, again, actually settling sexual assault like lawsuits by paying money to victims is way different than being accused of groping somebody, maybe. I don't know.
I agree, although, settling a case could be just getting it out of the way. I'm not going to say somebody's guilty off of that because that is not a guilty verdict, but I agree with you with what you're saying.
Also, I hated Manchester by the Sea.
I know you did. All right.
That movie is dog shit. That guy deserves anything. If he has to pay out another $100 million to make that movie go away, whatever.
All right. So the next
he deserves it.
The next one we have is
go to hell, Casey Affleck.
The next one is Nelly versus R. Kelly.
Oh!
So if
whoa. So I can't believe R. Kelly made this list.
Of course he made the list.
You can just give him a bye right to the finals.
All right, well, hold on. Do you know the circumstances around Nelly?
I do not.
So a woman reported that he sexually assaulted her on his tour bus, and she screamed to be let out of the bus, and part of his entourage just pushed her off the bus, and he popped out and crumpled up $100 bill and threw it at her and just yelled "bye-bye" and closed the door.
What?
Yeah. Yep. That's that piece of shit, dude. So, and then
I mean, at least he paid.
I mean, I guess. And then
sounds like a legitimate business transaction, if you ask me, right?
I don't know about legitimate. I feel like anybody leaving their job in tears is never a good thing, and especially when you didn't enter into an agreement of a job.
Well, you never been to Dirty Dick's Crap House, then.
I guess not. R. Kelly, as if anybody's not aware, which I hope people are because it's funny. That was the wrong thing to say, but I mean, it's funny, but it's also terrible. R. Kelly has been accused of controlling multiple women's lives, including their sex lives, their eating habits, everything. The women say they live as his property. So,
whoa. But you're missing the other thing he's done too.
What, peeing on people?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, you can do whatever you want as long as everything's consensual, and I don't know that those times weren't, but he was acquitted of the child pornography charges back in 2008. I will say that. However, everybody in his life, his lawyer, his publicist, and his assistant quit.
I mean, but no, didn't he also marry a 15-year-old?
That I'm not sure.
Yes, he did.
Well,
I'm asking. That's a rhetorical question, Travis. And when he was 27, he entered into a secret marriage with a 15-year-old.
That sounds about right. Well, okay. So is it R. Kelly or Nelly?
Oh, it's R. Kelly, dude. I think R. Kelly is like the standard by which all these other fuck-ups are judged, other than maybe, Harvey Weinstein.
All right. And then for the last of this side, we're going with David Blaine versus Russell Simmons. David Blaine being the magician, Russell Simmons being the musician. So if you're not aware, a woman accused David Blaine of raping her, and the police are investigating it. I don't know if there's been any outcome. That may have changed though, because I just saw that the LAPD dropped a bunch of cases against like Kevin Spacey and some other guys. I don't know if David Blaine was in with that or not. Russell Simmons, multiple women have accused him of rape, sexual assault, and battery, and he was forced to step down from his companies.
I mean, literally, magicians are the societal equivalent of a fanny pack.
Sure. I mean, I understand it, but I like a good magician. Penn and Teller are great.
Okay, Penn and Teller are not musicians. They're not just magicians, though. They're way beyond that. They're on a whole other level. They had a whole fucking TV show where they debunk myths. Like, they're way above just a typical magician. Okay?
I agree. But, okay, so is it David Blaine? Is that what we're going with here?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's a fanny pack.
Okay. So, Bill O'Reilly or Louis C.K.?
Ooh. See, now these are getting tougher because these crimes, probably Bill O'Reilly.
All right.
He's still just such a colossal asshole, too.
Matt Lauer versus Ethan Kath.
Oh, Matt Lauer.
Okay. Bryan Singer versus Casey Affleck.
Oh, Casey Affleck, Manchester by the Sea. We got to right our wrongs there.
And R. Kelly versus the magician David Blaine.
Oh man, how can you compare someone who marries a child bride to a fanny pack of a man?
Well, I believe you're going to do it here in a second.
Yeah, R. Kelly. Kelly.
Okay. Bill O'Reilly versus Matt Lauer.
Interesting. Two media titans.
Yes, they were.
one an asshole, one like a lovable guy until he got called out for being a piece of shit.
And which one do you think is going to come back first?
Say what?
Which one do you think is going to come back first? Make his return to TV? I believe it will be Matt Lauer.
Oh no, Bill O'Reilly.
You think Bill O'Reilly will come back to TV before Matt Lauer?
Let's not say TV. Will Bill O'Reilly become relevant again before Matt Lauer? The answer is Bill O'Reilly.
Wow.
And the reason why is Bill O'Reilly's fan base is easier at denying what he did, or doesn't believe it in the first place, or doesn't care.
Okay, that's a good analysis. So which one is it, Bill or Matt?
Bill.
It is Bill. All right, so we got Bill versus Casey or R. Kelly? Casey Affleck or R. Kelly?
It's got to be Child Bride Kelly.
It is R. Kelly. So, up on pwthepodcast.com, you get to decide the winner of this bracket. Is it Bill O'Reilly or is it R. Kelly? And you can go right now and place your vote. All right, buddy.
I do encourage everyone to go read about R. Kelly again before you vote. Just do it.
Be informed voters, please.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Let's move on to another one now.
All right, Travis, I hope you like what I have in store for you.
Okay.
Because if you don't, then this whole greatest hits month is ruined.
All right, lay it on me.
Travis, I have compiled a bracket where you are going to select the ugliest actor in Hollywood.
All right, the ugliest actor in Hollywood.
And I say actor, but it could also be actress.
Okay.
There are men and women in here.
All right.
I have a lot of names. I've got 2 brackets of ugly celebrity actors and actresses.
Can we call this the least fuckable bracket, Celebrity Edition?
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Although we got to change the name for iTunes because we can't have, fuckable.
No. Well, no. We can. That's not the name of the episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is still Bracketology 2.
Just to be clear, though, I don't want to bang Bill O'Reilly too, so it kind of fit.
That's true. Do you want to bang R. Kelly?
All right. Well, I mean, apparently a lot of people do.
That's true.
So, I don't know. I mean, I like to get pissed on, you know what I mean? Golden shower. That's
all right, lay it on me here.
Travis, who is uglier? And I'm going to... these people are all pretty recognizable, so I hope the listeners know these aren't like fringe celebrities.
Okay.
Travis, who is uglier? Rob Schneider or Melissa McCarthy?
Oh, that's
I mean, Rob Schneider looks like a human stapler of a man.
Yeah, I know, but that I will.
Melissa McCarthy looks like a secretary named Pam.
She does. She looks like she like if you went to the dentist, she'd be sitting behind the desk and be real bitchy about not filling out the forms correctly. It's got to be.
Oh, absolutely.
It's got to be Melissa McCarthy in my book.
Melissa McCarthy. Okay.
Yes.
I will put her in the list there. All right, Travis.
Yes.
Who is uglier, John C. Reilly or Steve Buscemi?
What? That's not even a fair contest.
I mean, some of these celebrities are truly hideous individuals. Steve Buscemi, the last picture I looked at of him, he looks like a vampire that somehow has found a way to age again.
I will agree, and the winner is Steve Buscemi in this one, but I feel like John Cena, there are a ton of women that find him attractive.
No, John C. Reilly.
Oh, John C. Reilly. Oh, God, I was thinking about the wrong. Okay. John C. Reilly. Oh, no, he's still kind of an attractive guy. I think
Whoa. No, he's not.
I think he can. Maybe not. I don't know.
You call John C. Reilly an attractive man. The dude has had he looks like Einstein's hair on just a portly man's body.
I'm still going with Steve Buscemi on that.
Steve Buscemi, like I said, he looks like a vampire who's found a way to age again.
Right. He looks like he's gotten punched in the mouth one too many times.
I mean, his eyes just haunt your dreams.
Oh, he looks like a pug.
Yeah, but a pug that's like 1,000 years old.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You thought I said John Cena. That's funny to me.
I did. For some reason, that's what I heard.
Okay. Well, I think he's not on this list. So.
Okay. All right. So what's the next one?
Travis, who is uglier?
Mm-hmm.
Jonah Hill or Danny DeVito?
Jonah Hill or Danny DeVito? It's got to be Danny DeVito.
Yeah, Danny DeVito's a pretty ugly dude.
Yeah, that's not really hard.
I mean, listen, some of these guys are just ugly, and some of these are world-class ugly.
Yeah.
I mean...
Okay.
He looks like... I mean, I think Danny DeVito kind of looks like a bloated version of Gollum.
Oh, yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, like his shitty twin brother.
Right, yeah. It's just... All right, Travis, who is uglier? Sarah Jessica Parker or Danny Trejo?
Why are you... I don't understand. Like, your grouping is out of whack. Like,
but it gets interesting later.
Yeah, but okay, but you're grouping like people together that look so far different that
they all have one thing in common: they're ugly as shit.
Dude, you put Sarah Jessica Parker next to Danny Trejo, and she looks attractive. I mean, that's
I wouldn't go that far, but okay.
All right, well, it's Danny Trejo. That's going to be the battle of the Dannys on that one.
I mean, Sarah Jessica Parker looks like a horse face, so
she does, but next to you got to anyways, she's not as bad as Danny Trejo.
I mean, Danny Trejo's got tattoos. Looks like a badass. I don't know. I think women find that maybe appealing.
He looks like a rapist. I mean,
is he hashtag Me Too or no?
No, he's not. No. Apparently, he is a super nice dude, and this is not really an indictment of him, but he looks like a bad dude. And that's what he plays in movies.
My favorite part about that is whenever someone describes somebody to you and they say the phrase, "But he's a really nice person."
Yeah,
you know that they have a face that a mother doesn't love some days.
Oh no, but the reason why I said that is I hear from I've read that he's donated a lot of money and he's really good to people on the set. That's not really, that was not setting up to shit on his looks. It really is legitimately true. He's a good dude.
I mean, I don't know if it's legitimately true. We've heard it's allegedly true. We use the word allegedly here, Travis.
Okay. Allegedly, he is a good dude.
Allegedly, Sarah Jessica Parker looks like a horse face.
No, that's not allegedly. We have eyes. We can see it. But she's... but
Travis, who's uglier?
Uh-huh.
Patton Oswalt?
Okay.
Or Edward James Olmos?
Why would you not put Edward James Olmos with Danny Trejo? That would be a much tougher decision.
You think so?
Yes, 100%. They both have pockmarked faces.
Man, I don't know, man. Patton Oswalt's pretty fucking ugly.
But you put Patton Oswalt with Jonah Hill. They're both poorly white dudes that look. Your grouping is terrible.
Oh well, get over it.
So Patton Oswalt versus Danny Trejo or Edward J. Molyneux. Who gives a shit?
Well, they're not on the same side of the bracket, so
yeah. Let's see. I mean, it's gotta. I gotta go. I guess I'm gonna go with Edward James Olmos or whatever.
He's just got a weird face.
He does, but he's got those pockmarks. He's like a lesser seal. Like he does.
Oh yeah, I wanted to put Seal on the list so bad, but I don't think he's been in any movies other than that pop star movie.
Oh, Seal, but you could talk about Seal. Would have been fine. Anyways.
No, it's actors and actors. Trust me, there are some ugly musicians because Mick Jagger looks like a skeleton.
Yes, he does.
Wrapped in something.
Dude, Mick Jagger versus Keith Richards. That's a great bracket right there.
I mean, hey, musicians could be up next. I don't know, man.
All right. Anyways, next one.
Travis, who's uglier?
Okay.
Zach Galifianakis or Joe Pesci?
Ooh. This is
a tough one.
Now this is a good one.
Zach Galifianakis is surprisingly super ugly.
Let's not go that far. He's
dude. Look, go Google a picture of him again. There is no. I'm looking at a whole Google images. I pulled up all these pictures to talk about while I was saying their names. There's not one picture of him here that's even halfway attractive. Like he's an ugly man. He's just younger than Joe Pesci, but Joe Pesci when he was younger wasn't all that ugly.
Right. I would like to point out that I get mistaken for Zach Galifianakis quite often.
What?
Oh yeah, dude.
You have red hair.
I don't know what it was when right after The Hangover came out. Everybody's like, "You look like Zach Galifianakis," and
that's just lazy,
dude. No, we went out of the country for our honeymoon, and I got it everywhere, and I feel like some people actually thought I was. So
okay.
So
wow.
That being said, I feel like I gotta go with Joe Pesci just to get a little bit of self-esteem back.
Okay.
I will go with Joe.
Okay. All right, I'm going to switch up one of these brackets on the fly real quick because you're going to like this better, apparently.
Okay.
Because you're screaming for my pairing, so I see a pairing I can change at the last minute, so I'm changing it.
Okay.
This is not the one I changed. Travis, who's uglier?
Uh-huh.
Whoopi Goldberg
Ooh.
or Ron Jeremy?
Now, okay, so that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, because they're both really ugly.
They are.
I mean, Whoopi Goldberg hasn't had eyebrows since the 50s.
They both look like men.
Right, and, well, they probably both fuck like men, too.
They both sound like men. They both look like men. Their dicks are similar. I gotta go with Whoopi on this one.
See, I had a hard time with that too, man. I mean, Ron Jeremy is ugly.
He is.
Whoopi Goldberg is a pretty hideous looking individual as well.
Yeah, and there was
the difference is Whoopi tries and looks that bad.
And I mean, they both have they really both have similar backgrounds too, because neither one of them have looked good at some point in their past.
Oh, that's not true. Have you seen pictures of a young Ron Jeremy?
Yeah.
He's not. He wasn't that bad like when he was like in his 20s.
All right. Well, that's okay.
I'll send you a picture, a safe for work picture of him. When he was really young, he actually had like muscles and stuff, and was like a decent looking guy.
I'll send you a video you can watch. It'll be great.
I got this sweet video for you of Ron Jeremy, and you're gonna love it.
Oh yeah.
Also, how old do you think he is?
67.
Wow, you're good. 65. I thought he was much older based on how he looked in these pictures.
Oh, well, nope. 65. Wow. He's retired from porn.
You are good, man.
All
right. Travis.
Yep.
Who is uglier? Rosie O'Donnell or Roseanne?
Ooh, now that is.
I switched to this pairing.
That's a good one. See now you're learning.
Now see, I learned.
I know. Man, I have to go with Roseanne. I feel like she's just uglier. Like,
well, that is the name of the bracket.
I just feel that in my bones. There's nothing about her that is attractive.
I mean, there's nothing about Rosie O'Donnell that's attractive either.
I feel like maybe if I got to know her, her personality would be okay.
She's got a personality of a fucking freight train.
That is okay. All right. So let's go back through the. Let's run it back now. What's the next? Or what's the? We're gonna boil it down.
Travis, who's uglier, Melissa McCarthy or Steve Buscemi?
I did not expect Melissa McCarthy to go out this early, but it has got to be Steve Buscemi.
Wow. I mean, Steve Buscemi is a hideous individual. Travis, who's uglier, Danny DeVito or Danny Trejo?
Yeah. I feel like my gut's
this
telling
is a
me
tough one.
my gut's going with Trejo on this one.
I mean, he is a pretty ugly. The problem with Trejo is, like, he's uglier, but he also, like, had some muscles and he's tall.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito's ugly and also, like, portly and small and bald.
But he kind of makes it work. Like,
That's a weird thing to say.
I don't know. It makes it. He makes it work. I mean, he's had an acting career for however long, 30 years, I guess, and he's never looked great. Like, but Hollywood's all about looks. So
see, now you would think that, Travis. I just gave you 16 individuals who are all ugly.
Yeah, I guess, but they all play specific roles. I guess I don't know.
I would say, like, a lot of these guys have had long careers. John C. Reilly, Steve Buscemi, Rob Schneider, Joe. Like, these guys have had careers.
Yeah, that's true.
It's actually funny when I was doing this list. The most surprising thing to me was that all these actors are old and have been in film for years, and they're ugly.
Yeah, well, I don't think. Well, yeah. Anyways, let's keep going.
You don't want to discuss how ugly they are.
At some point, it does feel mean.
Travis,
yes.
Who's uglier?
Uh-huh.
Edward James Olmos or Joe Pesci?
Edward James Olmos.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, that's an upset.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it is. Joe Pesci's pretty hideous looking nowadays. Travis, who's uglier?
Oh my God. This is going to be a tough one.
Whoopi Goldberg or Rosie O'Donnell?
Oh, man. I don't know.
Oh, wait, no, you said Roseanne.
Roseanne, yes. I don't know.
So
Whoopi versus Roseanne.
Person, whatever.
They both are heavyset women.
Yes.
Oh, man, but God damn, their voices are both really fucking annoying.
Yes.
This is the toughest decision of my life.
What?
Yeah, this is the toughest decision of my life. There's something that makes me want to lean towards Roseanne. So I think I'm going to go with Roseanne. I think that's it.
Okay, Roseanne it is.
Yep.
Travis, who's uglier? Steve Buscemi or Danny Trejo?
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, he's an unfortunate looking individual. He's the thing of nightmares. Travis, who's uglier? Edward James Olmos or Roseanne?
I think I gotta go with Roseanne.
Yeah, I think you're right on that one. So that's our bracket. Steve Buscemi versus Roseanne.
All right, that's it. So
God, that is if you're playing Mary Fuck Kill and two of those are on the list.
That's true. Maybe I'll have to do that again.
Well, that's a good episode. That's always a good time.
That is a good time. All right, so you want to do another bracket here quickly?
Yes.
All right. So the other one that I have is superheroes.
Okay, I can fly through this one.
Yep. So we're gonna go through it. So I have
very specific superhero tastes.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Captain America versus Iron Man.
Captain America.
It is the Cap.
America. Fuck yeah.
Really? I would have gone with Iron Man on that one. But anyways, Thor
I
versus...
hate Robert Downey Jr. He sucks.
Really? You're out of your fucking mind.
Don't like him at all.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thor versus the Hulk.
Ooh, the Hulk, because I like Edward Norton's version of him the best.
Okay. Spider-Man versus Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Oh, Wolverine, huh? Spider-Man going out early.
I'm not a big Spider-Man fan. I much prefer the X-Men.
Yeah, although the Wolverine movies sucked. But
they do, but the X-Men movies with him in the first couple were really good.
Yeah. All right, Deadpool.
And Logan.
Deadpool versus Rocket Raccoon.
Oh, Deadpool.
Yeah, I figured Deadpool was going to be a hard one to beat. Superman versus Batman.
Oh, Batman. Superman,
Yeah, I kind of figured that one. This is one. Wonder Woman versus Hit Girl. And Hit Girl is from the comic and the movie Kick-Ass. Had you ever
Oh, you're right.
Yes.
Good throwback there.
Yes. So
Wonder Woman.
Wow. Really?
Did you see that movie?
I did, but I would have gone with Hit Girl on that one.
I mean, I do like Kick-Ass. That's a good movie. Oh, I gotta go watch that again.
I never saw the second one, but
it's good too.
Is it good? Oh, okay. Daredevil versus the Punisher.
Oh, the Punisher.
I agree. And Ant-Man versus Black Panther.
Ant-Man.
Got it. All right. So Captain America versus the Hulk.
You know, this is a pretty weak bracket. I'm going to pick Captain America here, but I'm not strong on. They're not making it the next round.
Okay.
Either one.
Wolverine versus Deadpool.
Oh man. See now, are we going on the strength of the movies, or are we going on like the characters as a whole, as like their whole body of work?
This is your decision. This is your bracket. You can do whatever you want with it.
Wolverine.
Wow. You're an idiot.
So people don't know this about Bobo, and we'll talk about it for a minute at the end. But I know more about comics than I lead on.
Okay.
We'll talk about. We'll finish the bracket and we'll talk about it.
Okay. Batman versus Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Really?
Batman's not even really a superhero. I just hate Superman with a passion.
That is an upset, I believe.
Batman's just a rich dude with gadgets.
I get it. I understand, but still, his movies are much better than Wonder Woman. But the Punisher versus Ant-Man. Oh,
The Punisher.
Really?
Yeah.
That shouldn't say it like that. Okay. Captain America versus Wolverine.
Oh, Wolverine.
Okay. Wolverine's in there. And then Wonder Woman versus the Punisher.
The Punisher.
Wow. Okay. So we got the Punisher versus the Wolverine on the website right now. Go to PW the Podcast and vote.
I mean, I can tell you who's going to win right away. It's the Wolverine. Although Dolph Lundgren used to play the Punisher back in the 80s, so I kind of like Punisher.
I feel like Wolverine versus Punisher is a pretty good. That's a pretty tough decision there.
No way. Wolverine's like an all-time icon of a comic book character.
If that's what you're into, I understand. But for me, that's a tough decision. I think I like Punisher better.
Like the shows or just the character?
The character.
I mean, I do like Punisher a lot. I mean,
they're both tortured men. They're very similar if you think about it.
Oh, absolutely. I do see the similarity. I agree with you on that.
Right.
But no, so like just to throw back, because like I know comic books now are very popular and everyone's really into them and all that bullshit. But I used to be in a comic book when I was actually like a child.
Right.
So I know a lot about like the old school comics and comic book lines. I had a lot of comics when I was a kid. I used to read a lot of comics when I was a younger kid.
Right. Nowadays
I feel like comics are completely different and they're designed to be more adult oriented than they were when I was a child.
Sure. Well, maybe. I haven't read a comic in a very long time, but I remember like the Punisher comics being pretty adult when I was a kid. Sandman I used to read, but I feel like some of them were, if you looked hard enough, were pretty kind of adult.
Yeah, but they weren't mainstream back then either. Like the Punisher was like as edgy as it got back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, listen.
Whereas like X-Men and stuff was pretty like young adult oriented.
Right. Yeah.
They tackled a lot of serious issues for kids, but again, like so do like a lot of like TV shows that are aimed towards young adults too. So.
Right. Okay. So we are getting pretty late here in the episode. What would you like to do here, Bobo?
Oh, we don't have to do mine. I have two other brackets. It's okay. We can do them some other time. We'll save them for later.
So
Trust me,
okay?
there are plenty more ugly celebrities in Hollywood we can talk about.
All right, so we'll have to go. We'll have to do this one again very soon and we have to know that we cannot talk at all at the beginning of it because these lead to a lot of discussion. And I feel like the Me Too guy, the men of Me Too. I can't wait for the calendar, but I feel like the men of Me Too took a long time because we had to explain a lot of shit too.
You're gonna get arrested if you have that calendar.
Dude, you know what? Honestly, I was thinking about this the other day as the news of Les Moonves comes out, the head of CBS and his outing.
Yes.
What is it about all these guys that made them feel comfortable doing this shit? Like
money, power.
But I feel like they had to have heard stories from other guys. Like, you hear what I got away with from my secretary? I mean, there's stories of him, like, the secretary, first day, 9 a.m., came in, blow me. Give me a blowjob. Like, how does someone do that on the first day of somebody working with you? Like, you don't even feel them out. Like,
why would you have to?
I don't know. So you don't get into some sort of trouble?
What trouble?
I feel like, there was lawsuits that could happen.
Yeah, but Travis, when money is not a factor, the like a lot of these things, like even before like 2 years ago,
yeah,
the worst thing that would ever happen is there'd be a lawsuit quietly settled somewhere.
No, that's true.
There was no consequences for this type of behavior, and these older people, they're already ingrained in their ways, and just like being struck by lightning, they don't think it's going to happen to them.
It's just so different from the way that I think, and I'm guessing the way that you think as well. And it's just so different that it doesn't quite compute for me.
Hence why I don't have a lot of respect for celebrities. That's part of the reason that plays into it. Is I don't think they think rationally like regular people do anymore. I think they've lost touch with those societal norms.
Well, when you say celebrities, you gotta extend that to all people of notoriety and all people that
super rich people.
Right.
It's more than just celebrities. But
yes.
Like, I'm talking like the Les Moonves of the world, like those caliber of individuals who think they are above and beyond the average person.
Because to a certain extent, they were.
Sure. If you want to, but the problem is by you saying that, you've just kind of empowered them to do what they do.
Well, I said they were. They no longer are above the law. Hopefully.
Well, no, they still are. We just have. Yeah. It's going to take a long time to catch up.
That's true. Anyways, do you want to give out the phone number?
747 banging.
Why so downtrodden? 747.
Because I realized what our phone number is this week, and when we're talking about Me Too and Les Moonves, I had to go right to our phone number.
747-226-4464.
And that hit me like mid-stride.
747 banging. Well, hey, listen, it's all fun and games till, it is
all fun and games in the Mile High Club. Call in and tell us about your Mile High experiences.
The polls this week are self-explanatory. You just got to go to the website and vote on each of these polls. And
I think the poll this week also should be, are Bobo's pairings awful?
Okay. All right. Could Bobo have done better? Should we do that?
No. Yeah. Well, we can always do better, but my pairings awful because Travis had some issues with the first round of pairings. He got very upset.
Listen, I'm sorry. I don't like to I don't like to put you down, but some
yes,
of those
you do. You fucking love it.
I actually
you live there.
I actually don't. I do get a little bit of pleasure out of it, but I will say, like, some of those, they could have been tougher decisions. They could have been, I don't know.
Listen, at the end of those rounds, if you're standing in a room with Steve Buscemi and Danny Trejo, and you've got to go French kiss one of them,
they weren't paired together. But if
it doesn't matter at the beginning. Some of those, it's like the 1 seed versus the 16 seed.
Wait, who did you?
At the end of the day, you get quality when they advance.
Who did you put Edward James Olmos with?
I put him with Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, that was the mind that's the one that broke my brain.
I'll listen. Patton Oswalt is uglier than you think he is. Go look it up.
But he's not to the level of Edward James Olmos. And again,
dude, I'm telling you, go look at him recently. He's pretty fucking ugly.
I get it, but if you put him and Jonah Hill in a bracket, you now have a ball game.
The problem with Jonah Hill is not as ugly now as he was 4 years ago.
I don't think, yes, but that's the thing. You're right. He's not that ugly, and you put him with, I believe, with Danny DeVito?
I mean, Danny DeVito is...
That's what I'm saying.
He doesn't have a comparable person. He's just a weird looking dude.
You could, but again, it just it could have happened, and it didn't. But
Patton Oswalt looks like a human potato.
Anyways,
pwpodcast.com, PWD Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the social media stuff. You can find us on SoundCloud, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, anywhere good podcasts are found by searching for Prestige Worldwide, the podcast. That's all I got.
That's good enough, and
the hits keep on coming.
Hit us up on social media and let us know what you think of these brackets, and I think that's about it for this week. What do you say, Bobo?
We'll catch you guys next week.
See you next Thursday.